So it is Tuesday, September 23rd, approximately 2:11 p.m. Specific to the request for bylaw enforcement, where I refer to the entrance, the only entrance in the building, by the way, and the handicap ramp. So, after 6 years, a while back, I asked for bylaw inspection and enforcement, and I remember the bylaw officer pinned the compliance order on this glass, right on the glass right here, okay? I remember that. And what was the reason why the building was served with a compliance order? What was the reason? Very simple. This is a handicap ramp, and we have cracks on the concrete, okay? Now these cracks have gotten worse, much worse. Are you kidding me? We've got visually impaired people in the building. We've got seniors. My neighbor is 92 and she suffers from vertigo. That's a balance problem, okay? I have documented the evidence. So when you guys get the request, I'm sending you the video to support what I'm telling you, right? So I've pleaded with them. Look at this crack right here. Okay? I witnessed a student going to the Cedar Drive School at the back of the building, stumbling. And it's been well over a year, much longer than a year. I've said to these people, the management and the corporation is aware. I've asked them, could you please fix the gap? It's a safety hazard. It's a trip hazard. I have received absolutely no acknowledgement from the management company or the corporation that they will do so. Okay? So what I did was I gathered the evidence, email, numerous photographs, to provide proof to bylaw enforcement and MSL that an order needs to be served. I've done the homework. An order needs to be served. This is unsafe. People have, like I said, it's dangerous, right? So that's the context of the handicap ramp. I said to them, if you're not willing to fix it, why don't you paint it orange so people can see, there's a danger here and they could choose to avoid it. No, they refuse to even paint it orange or whatever color to highlight it. They refuse to do that. As you guys well know in bylaw, MLS, 3380 is a serial offender. And I say that with good reason. It's a serial offenders. They do nothing until bylaw enforcement gets involved. No, I got to understand that they met with bylaw not so long ago. So my question is, why would they call in bylaw? Is it to report the deficiencies to bylaw? Or is it to say, well, it's not really a hazard? Like, what is it? Did they contact MLS officially? That is my question. Because I've tried to contact myself, the last bylaw officer who served the notice, and to no avail. Okay? So we're going to get this thing fixed because it's dangerous. Okay? Very dangerous. So as we walk now from the cracks right here and the crack right here, this is where the EMS comes. The demographics in our building is, like I said, we've got older people. I know 2 residents who are visually impaired. I've asked them to paint this part yellow to highlight it. And by the way, I really don't get a response. So it's not as if I know what their intention is. They don't respond. Not even as a courtesy in terms of Mike McKenzie, we're just acknowledging your email and we are working on it. No, there's really no courtesy. And it's not easy for me to keep pushing. It's stressful. I could fall. I could fall as well. No, let's tell you what's going on as we walk towards Eglinton. So far, so good. The walkway, the concrete is nice and even. Nice and even. Okay, I'm documenting it. Until we get right here. Because when they were served with a compliance order, they did a patch job. A very bad patch job. Okay, a very, very rough job. Very uneven. And when I mentioned to the manager it's uneven, he started arguing with me. Okay, so here's what has happened in this area. Because of uneven pavement, a resident witnessed another resident falling, okay? I myself on 2 occasions witnessed the students from the daycare, which is over there, the Cougar Court daycare. They use the building as a shortcut to go to the school at the back. They see the drive during a public school. I did not witness anyone falling. That was from another witness. And guess what? She now uses the driveway like 60-70% of the people in the building. But that's another video. Let me finish this one. So this pavement is uneven. It was a rough patch job. And when I said, guys, you gotta make it even, I was ignored. So there are liabilities at question. And liability is okay, someone falls and gets injured and they sue. Of course, that's a concern. But the concern is sometimes it takes one fall to change your life forever. And I've seen that. I've seen that, people. I was a former fitness advisor at Good Life. And I've seen people who fell once. And that's it. That's it. They have to live with that disability for the rest of their life. So I'm asking bylaw not only to serve a compliance order, but to get them to replace these things, just like the city did. Here's what the city did. This is what I want. Because if you allow these guys to do another patch job, you're going to be coming back in at some point. And right now, I'm just totally fed up of having to call to engage bylaw so many times over the years. And all you have to do is to check your file, check the evidence. All you got to do is check the evidence, right? The evidence is there. This building and this board corporation, based on evidence, not my opinion, they are serial offenders in terms of property standards. Okay? So, I'm going to send you the video. I may send you proof of some emails where they did nothing. Not even to say, I acknowledge your correspondence. Okay? Now, the bylaw agent who came in, we toured the building together. Then he wrote up the compliance order. And when things started falling apart, look at this one. From day one, they didn't cordon off the area when the contractor came in. The cement was wet. So the job was a crappy job. Very bad job. And when I said to the building administrator, listen, we got some edges right here. Could you fix it? He started arguing with me. And that's the attitude of these folks who are supposed to be representing owners on the board or a management company who should understand its fiduciary duty in terms of safety, to understand, without me even going to the office, the potential for slip and fall. Okay, so I think I've documented by video the evidence, so you can get a clear understanding of why I'm so concerned, having witnessed tumbling, knowing about a woman who fall. Now the lady who decides now not to use the walkway to Eglinton, she had a surgery. So she's scared of falling. I don't know if it was a knee replacement or something like that, right? So she says she's not going to walk this way. And the problem is, when you're walking on the driveway, you're competing with the cars. You're competing with Uber drivers and delivery drivers who are always rushing. You're competing with scooters. And that's another problem in the building, okay? So as far as the handicap ramp and as far as the sidewalk, I think I fully documented why, the reason, the case, why I'm calling for bylaw support and an issuance of a compliance order. All right?